This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Little Bluebird Studios, Comfort Fit Dentures, Aliberto's, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Get it. Game number 2 here in Saturday's rendition of the 2021 Round Valley Roundball Tournament. This time, the Fort Thomas Apaches are coming up against the Holbrook Roadrunners. We saw the Roadrunners last night against Round Valley and saw as San Mateo Billy went down with what looked like a pretty bad ankle injury, giving us Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, and she is right now on crutches. It's her right ankle. She is not available today. So she is one of the starters that we had speculated during the second half that Holbrook might feel pretty good about where it stood because they had played so much of the first half without both Billy and Spencer available because of fouls. And sure enough, when the second half started, they were running around and pulling away from Round Valley. Have to wait and see who is going to slide into her spot at the starting 5 as we consider a keys to the game here, brought to you by Ace Hardware. If you need a key made any day or night, any night of the week, go to one of 3 Ace Hardware locations throughout the White Mountains. Now, this is going to be an interesting matchup here. It was a little bit of an interesting note that Round Valley was not able to better take advantage of its size against Holbrook. Fort Thomas, as the starting 5 coming out, does not have much size to boast. So it's probably just going to be how well can they contain little number 15 and Taylor Spencer as they're getting ready to take over here, and we get ready for the Northland Pioneer College tip-off when it's time to tip off your college education. You best do it with the lowest tuition in the state, and that's at Northland Pioneer College. As Fort Thomas is on the floor wearing blue, Holbrook wearing white, as Aberly is getting ready to tip it off, and it's actually controlled momentarily by the Apaches, but Spencer runs and beneath and takes it away, if only for a moment, from Chase Stanley, as the Apaches will maintain possession. And now inbounding in the front court. Nice hard cut there to free herself up from Olivar as she starts with the dribble, trying to come to the near side, eventually gives way and hands off to Stanley. Working it around the perimeter, hand off, and then return right back to Hinton. And she hands it out now. Back over in a dangerous cross-court pass, but it's going to be had by Stanley. She puts it up from 18 out and scores it. Chase Stanley with the game's first bucket. Aggressive perimeter defense from Holbrook, but no matter. Got a nice little look there from 18, and a mid-range jumper falls as Aberly now fires a pass into the interior. Actually, she receives as she kicks it back outside. Spencer now from the top of the key is going to wind up a three-pointer that's off the side rim. Fort Thomas clears it out. Here come the Apaches already with a 2-0 lead. 45 seconds into the ballgame is an empty crossover and then feed inside, but can't get the finish. Nice look there as it was all set up by Olivar. As now Spencer's going right at the right block, trying to drive some contact. No whistle and no good on the shot. Here comes Olivar. She is leading the pack and stepping inside the arc and pull up from 18. It's not good. But a rebound and offensive putback. That's not good, but Hinton's able to get another one, this time setting up Gilbert. And it's a 4-0 lead here for the Apaches. Holbrook, which has had some good looks of its own, come to the angle left side. The 3 ball is on the way from Nez. She's got it down. A comfort fit denture 3. And it's a 4-3 ball game. Fort Thomas still with the advantage. Stanley starting the offense to the right. A little bit of a tough exchange as she gets it back in the corner. Now watches as Stanley runs through the paint and instead going to step to the left, and it's Olivar who's going to try a three-pointer. It's not good, and here comes Spencer. She's leading the attack. It's a 2-on-3 opportunity as she fans out to the left, hesitates, then goes toward the block, can't get the high lip, and then it's rebounded by the Apaches. Olivar again throwing it inside as now here comes Gilbert. She's all alone, can't get the bunny. Put this one up on the putback, but she's grabbed and fouled. Foul will be whistled against Elena Yazzie. As right now, Fort Thomas not blinking, coming up against the Holbrook Roadrunners. And they're just exchanging transitional haymakers as the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw is not good out of Alina Gilbert's hand. Score remains 4-3. The Apaches with the advantage. As she sizes up number 2, and that one's very short. Checking in for the Roadrunners, Nicole Gombos. It's another one of the Roadrunners. Looked like she might have been favoring one of her legs or feet. Foot racer is coming behind the bench and is motioning that it is her left leg, maybe quad, as she's trying to stretch it out. Her team trailing 4-3, but has the basketball. Is there. That pass thrown in the midst of many players. Stolen away as here come the Apaches to the foul line and then back to the left block where it's scored by Hinton, but whistles blow, and now what? Okay, just making sure Spencer's okay. Hinton's shot counts. Fort Thomas leading 6-3 with 5 minutes and 48 seconds here left in the first quarter. This one has been paced furiously. As coming out of the backcourt, both Nez and Spencer. If you're just joining us, Billy is not available. She has an ankle situation she's dealing with. Is now to go to the foul line with Aberly as they go to the right side, trying to penetrate in with Yazzie. Can't do it, so they reverse it now to the left. Fort Thomas's zone is in rotation, now trying to deflect that one and steal it away, instead settling to knock it out of bounds with Stanley. 5:22 to go, 6-3, Fort Thomas with the early edge. Giving the ball a slap near the corner is Nez. Kick it out to Spencer, right back to Nez in front of the Fort Thomas bench. Have a hard time on the feet of reception, but she kicks it back to the right side now. Yazzie, right back to Spencer, gets to the free throw line, and she is bumped from behind and fouled. That should go against Chase Stanley. It does go against Chase Stanley. Is coming toward the scorer's table, Shantine Ben. And she is watching as Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throws are attempted by Spencer. She connects on the first. Ben coming in to replace Yazzie. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw number 2, poised to leave Spencer's hand, and she's true on that one as well. Trims the Apaches' edge to 1 point, 6-5, Fort Thomas leads as they break some soft pressure. Now fire a pass inside. Gilbert was open, but the pass was too high and hot. So 5:04 to go. Fort Thomas turns it over, and here comes Spencer with her foot on the gas. Go to the right side, take a peek inside with Ben, and then it's reversed. Nez open for a moment, but instead continuing to work it around the perimeter as she gets it now in front of the Apache bench. Puts the ball down once and double teamed toward the corner, having a hard time finding any way to get it through, and her pass is going to collide with the sideline, and it will be a turnover now forced by the Apaches momentarily after they had given one away. So with the basketball and still leading by 1, 4 minutes and 42 seconds left, and Spencer comes over to double team with Ben, strips it away, trying to go end to end, but puts that one up short. Ben there with the putback high off the glass to score it. Holbrook with its first lead now at 7-6. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left, as this time spinning out of the double team, going to the far side, and Hinton. Gilbert this time is able to get the reception, and she's got the finish. 4 points now for Alina Gilbert. 8-7, Fort Thomas leading here with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to play. Slowly approaching the three-point line is the Apache zone starting to extend outside the arc. Spencer going from the right to the left, now back to the left as Nez has it. One bounce inside the arc. She's going to elevate from 18, put it up too short. Rebound, though, controlled by Aberly. Right back to Nez as she drops this one off, trying to find a way to get it to Gombos, but instead it's going to be Ben who's going to get fed and finished. 4 points now for Ben as she has reclaimed a 9-8 lead for the Roadrunners. 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining. Stepping into a three-pointer, it's off the front lip. Rebounds pursued and had by Spencer, coming up along the front court left side, angling to the right. She's at the foul line, stopped, pops, has her shot blocked. Rebounded by Spencer, thought about a three, instead she goes to the corner. Nez now trying to drop it off on the left block. No good on the first effort, but how about Ben with another putback and an offensive rebound. She now has 6 points to lead all scorers Holbrook is up 11-8. Up and down with the dribble. Stanley forces this one over to the left side where it's skipped back to the right side. Catch and shoot three opportunity from Hinton. It's off the side rim. Stanley trying to get the offensive board. Or correction. Yeah, that was Stanley. As the possession arrow was invoked in favors Holbrook. A couple players coming in for Fort Thomas. Kaylee Preston's one of them. Tanisha Wilson as well. As the Apaches continue in the zone, this one a long pass from Spencer trying to break that zone but cannot do so. It's nearly stolen away. Instead, she's able to save it back, come to the right and left, and then try a three-pointer that's not good. Rebound is tipped and controlled by the Apaches. Trailing 11-8 as she is met at the midcourt stripe, but before as she had come all the way in, Hinton had tried to receive a pass from Stanley and was called for going over and back. So 11-8. Holbrook forces another turnover and has the lead. And Shuggy Bryce is going to come in to replace Hinton. 2:32 to go in the first here, and Holbrook, which had trailed for the first few minutes, but got hot, especially Shondine Ben. Now Nez trying to get involved in it as she knocks down another Comfort Fit Dentures three. That's her second, and it's a 14-8 lead here had by the Roadrunners. Pressure 30 feet away from the basket. Olivar having a little bit of a tough time as there's a switch picked up by Ben. Spins around her. She's able to get to the free throw line, though nearly loses the basketball, and a whistle stops play. Rather than a tie-up, a foul will be called against Shondine Ben, because that's just her first. It will be the second team foul on the Roadrunners. Foot racer back off the bench. As she was stretching out her right leg, or left leg, she's still kind of motioning toward it as she is in there and replacing Aberly. Defended well beyond the arc. Trying to find a little bit of space as Stanley picks up her dribble now as it's deflected. Still, Inertia is going to take it over to Olivar, who's going to penetrate inside the three-point line, pull it from 15. That's not good. Rebound's tipped around, eventually taken out to Spencer. Long pass front court left. Nez stops at the three-point line, gets back to the trailing Spencer. Right back to Nez. Feed it over to Spencer. Left the three-pointer that's up and good. A Comfort Fit Denture three-pointer as Spencer now has 5 points. And with a minute and 36 seconds left, Fort Thomas needs to take a timeout, which is now trailing 17-8 on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Already counting off here as Fort Thomas was late getting out of its huddle. LJ Rope just checked in as it's handed off over the time stripe to Stanley. Inside where it dropped in there. I believe that was Preston who got that make. So the timeout works, now reversing it against the zone. It's deflected on the outside, stolen away. Rope is going to lead the attack. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity. She goes down the left lane line and goes crashing into one of the Roadrunners as she loses the ball. Fortunate that an offensive foul was not called, just a turnover, as now 3 new Apaches come in, including Hinton, Olivar, and a third who might be Gilbert. Back in for Holbrook is Daya Guerrero. She comes in to replace Ben, who is one of 2 scorers with 6 points for the Roadrunners. They lead 17-10. Push it over to the right side. Spencer surveys. Now back over to newly entered Yazzie as she comes back over to the left of the lane. Find Guerrero. Back over to Spencer on the wing. Push it to the left side. Yazzie going to try a three-pointer that's off the back iron. Rebound is pursued, eventually out of bounds. It will be Fort Thomas's basketball. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. 17-10. Fort Thomas led early, but hot shooting and putbacks from Abigail Nez and Shondine Ben, respectively, have the Roadrunners up after that early barrage from the Fort Thomas Apaches. Now up and down with the dribble. Stanley, or that's Olivar, eventually comes over the rope. Stanley now has it on the outside. Correction, that is Hinton, as it's trying to be shoveled into Gilbert. Instead, the pass is going to be stolen away. Put it into Spencer's hands. 20 seconds left as she has a long pass in front of the Fort Thomas bench. One bounce to get rhythm. Yazzie elevates from 15, but he cannot finish. And the rebound goes out of bounds and will be had by Fort Thomas. Apaches trail 17, have gone cold from the field here of late, as it's going to be brought out of the backcourt with just 10 seconds now by Olivar. 8 seconds as she crosses over and is picked up by Spencer. 5 seconds as she gets to the foul line. Drop it off, another left block. It's going to go high up to glass. Won't finish as the buzzer sounds. Good look was had there by Hinton, just couldn't get the drop. And after the hot shooting from Nez and the putbacks from Ben, 17-10, Holbrook has the first quarter advantage here on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on NightTalk1067.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Start the second quarter with the Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it's time to tip off your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. It has the lowest tuition in the state. 17-10, Holbrook leading Fort Thomas. It was a tale of two halves of the first quarter. The Apaches with the advantage in the early going as that one kicked off of Spencer's back foot. It wasn't intentional, but it will go down as a turnover as Spencer now gets it from Yazzie, who's going to try to force it inside, but instead it'll be out of bounds to the Apaches. Back into play is Nez. She was hot shooting from the three-point line in the first quarter. She replaces Rael Yazzie. Back in for the Apaches. I believe it's Hinton. As Olivar skips it to Rope. She's got 2 feet on the three-point line. Can't get that one to finish, but loose ball is going to eventually be tracked down by Stanley to Gilbert on the right block. Can't get that finish, and then over the back, I think they're going to get one of the Apaches indeed. It's going to be Hinton. So each side with the possession. Correction. Early turnovers, so the Apaches have had 2. No points to show for them. Holbrook leading 17-10. Keep an eye on Nez as she has it outside the right wing. Had the hot hand in the first quarter. Instead, she's going to put the ball down once, go back up toward the center circle, and Spencer. With the dribble, she comes to the left wing, back over to the trailing Nez, and then back to Spencer. Continuing to try to make the zone move as Aberly gets inside of the foul line. Can't get that one to finish. It's tripped around and eventually taken as a second opportunity by Guerrero. Trying to force this one inside, and Aberly has her pass deflected. Eventually it's going to be stolen away by Hinton. Double team, but still able to get it along the near sideline. High dribble to start the offense from Stanley. She goes back to Hinton to the right block, and Gilbert, he's got the finish. 6 points now for Gilbert. 17-12, as that's the first bucket for a while for the Apaches. As they start the attack again, well outside the left wing, having this amoeba-like zone coming out to meet each ball handler around the perimeters. This one inside to Aberly. She spins. That might actually have been foot racer. She can't get that first one up. Gets the second opportunity. Has that one blocked. This time rebounded by the Apaches. Here comes Fort Thomas. As instead the transition pass is going to be stolen away by Spencer. With a full head of steam, she's going to get to the right block. High up the glass. She can't hit the bunny. Rebounds tipped around and still loose. Eventually Spencer falls on it. Forced it outside to Nez, who's going to have a wide open look. She got buried. A comfort fit denture 3. Everything gone helter-skelter as soon as Spencer had taken away the first pass, and then eventually going to work out for Holbrook, which now leads 20-12. Fort Thomas had picked up a stop and looked like it was going to potentially be down by just 4. Instead, here's another turnover on an entry pass. Tipped and deflected, now stolen away to Spencer. Going to Nez on the right side, fire a pass to the right block, but instead it's going to be picked off and intercepted by Stanley. Here comes the Apaches. It's all the way into the front court and had by Olivar as she knocks down that one in transition, and it's again a 6-point game. 20-14 with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left. As Nez walks it over the time stripe, goes back to the center circle, and Spencer in front of the Fort Thomas bench, catch and shoot a 3 from Guerrero. It's short. Rebound's tipped, and Nez can't save it. Yazzie coming back in for Holbrook. Bryce back in for Fort Thomas as she'll replace Gilbert. Hinton also out for Fort Thomas. As now Gambos is going to come in for foot racer. So out of the backcourt, the newly entered Kenya McCabe is coming in for Fort Thomas, so she's going to try to set an interior screen, while meanwhile on the outside, Olivar tries to get to the short corner in the left baseline. Held up if she picks up her dribble. Forced to just whip this one back outside. Fortunate to be able to get it to McCabe. She crosses over to get to the free throw line. Kick it back out where Rope is open, but again with toes on the three-point line. This time the shot's too strong. Gets her own rebound as she goes on the attack, puts that up on the run, no good. Bryce gets this one, a 4th opportunity. Can't finish this one. And now McCabe again with an offensive rebound, though this time it's going to be stripped and stolen away by Spencer. Crosses over in the backcourt, and now flip it up under the right block where Nez is able to get the catch and finish. Nez now with 11 points, half of Holbrook's output. 22-14, the Roadrunners lead with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. Inside and out to Rope, skipping to the right side and into the corner. Along the baseline, stepping to the left and traveling. That was McCabe, who had a nice idea, but when the defender slid in front of her and couldn't see who that was, she was not able to respond. Nez with the nifty feed from Spencer, who had some nifty ball handling in the backcourt. That could very well be the Bealers Orthodontics straight line play of the game, when Nez was able to get that finish on the fast break. Team leads 8 as they throw it into Aberly, who goes to the left block, and there's a nice finish there from Gambos. First double-digit lead for either side. Rope's trying to answer with a 3-footer from the wing. Can't get the finish, but there's McCabe with another offensive rebound. Drop this one off for a cutting Olivar, but she can't get the finish. And eventually the loose ball is going to be picked up by the Roadrunners. Here comes Spencer. 10-point lead as she's coming up the center of the floor and gets contacted by the much bigger Bryce. I think frequently when Spencer goes down, it looks a lot worse just because everybody else is so much bigger than she. As off the bench for the Apaches come Gilbert and Hinton. Bryce and McCabe leave with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the half. 24-14, Holbrook has the lead. This ball is inbounded to Aberly. Her 5-footer is not good. Rebound fought for, claimed momentarily by Gambos. But the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Fort Thomas's basketball. Fort Thomas has not played bad on either side. We've got an awful lot of offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities, just haven't been able to take advantage of them. So right now crossing over, eventually pushing this one to the top of the key to the left block where it's going to be had there, and the finish will come from Hinton. Make it 24-16. Now, can they get a stop? The biggest thing on the defensive side, minimizing second chances for Ben in the first quarter, but Nez has been the assassin. She has 11 points. As they skip it to her in front of the Fort Thomas bench, her shot's not going to count, as it looks as if a moving screen is going to be whistled against the Roadrunners. No, it's not. Hinton is called for a foul underneath, away from the basketball. As that's her second. And she gets pulled quickly off the bench, Preston. So 2:51 to play. And that pass is a miscommunication and is fired out of bounds. It looks as if Fort Thomas is going to inbound it underneath their basket. .251 to go. Fort Thomas eventually gets a stop. Now here come the Apaches trying to again chip into what was a 10-point lead. He's using the dribble. Olivar crosses over after she gets by the foul line. On the move, that runner's not good. Offensive rebound is had. And then going up with it, I think eventually Preston was fouled. As indeed a whistle is going to go against Aberly. So send Preston to the free throw line for a couple of Mount Mobile Auto Glass foul shots. She hits the first, now with 3 points, and an opportunity to try to make it 4. That's up and off the back iron. Rebounds tipped, though, and nearly another second chance here for the Apaches. Instead, it's deflected away from Aberly. It's just a 7-point game. 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. You just got to look at this from Fort Thomas's perspective. Can get a couple of stops and buckets. It's going to be a really tight game going into the second half. Instead, Nez left all alone. She's going to try another three-pointer. This time it's off the side rim. Here comes the Apaches. It's along the far sideline. High dribble had by Olivar as they put it to the near side, and the three-pointer is up and good out of Stanley's hands. A comfort fit Denture 3, and just like that, it is a 6-point game. Trying to get this one away from the post and Aberly. Nez, who's missed her last 2 3 balls, gets it out to Spencer, who's going to come back toward the center circle and then find Nez on the left wing. Back to Spencer, and now push it over to the right side where three-pointer is up and on the way from Yazzie. She's got it down. A comfort fit Denture 3 makes it 27-20. Now Gilbert on the other side was all alone. Needed one bounce to try to give herself some rhythm, but couldn't hit the bunny. Rebounded by Holbrook. Here comes Spencer already at the foul line. Circle back, left of the lane. Instead going to push it to the corner where a three-pointer is up and on the way. This one's again from Yazzie. It's not good, but she has her own miss. Air mails the putback. Third opportunities off the front lip, and eventually it's cleared by Preston. Fort Thomas trailing 27-20, and again a dangerous pass into traffic is going to be deflected by a couple of Roadrunners and out of bounds. Really trying to force the issue here with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Leonie Smith was trying to take a shortcut in. And it's not a wholesale change, but about 6 new players in there. As Gilbert gets the inbound, is going to be grabbed after she hits the bottom of the rim. And Spencer is said to be guilty of her first personal. So back to the free throw line for a couple of comfort fit Denture foul shots. These are big. Had it trimmed down to a 4-point lead did Fort Thomas, but another big three. This time it was from Elena Yazzie. Made it a 7-point game, but both of those comfort fit Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul shots go down. Makes it 27-22 as Spencer gets to the top of the key. Left angle, Guerrero's going to try a three-pointer. It's not good, but she has her own miss. Stripped on her way back up. 3 players are down, and eventually a loose ball is going to send the possession arrow back over to Holbrook. Nez, the hot shooter, inbounds. Pushes it in front of Fort Thomas's bench, then gets it right back after she comes back in play, but her three-pointer is off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Rope, and she loses the basketball, but it was knocked away by Spencer. Fort Thomas not really moving here to try to get this inbound, and eventually gets into Gilbert as she has a high dribble that has this one out of bounds, and perhaps getting away with a little bit of a shove is Yazzie, but it went unnoticed, so a turnover now sends it back to the Roadrunners. 44 seconds left, 27-22. Holbrook with the lead. As Spencer goes to the left wing, a couple of bounces to move to the left, and then had by Guerrero, who eventually loses the basketball, but knocks it out of bounds to prevent the fast break. So Fort Thomas probably trying to hold for the last shot, trailing 5, 31 seconds left. Holbrook took a lead about halfway through the first quarter and has led throughout. Eventually the lead swelled up to 10, but the Apaches had at one point trimmed it to 4, and Elena Yazzie three-pointer made it 7. And now trying to make this potentially a one-possession ball game going into the second half. 24 seconds left. Forced to pick up her dribble, Olivar. Now it's eventually to the free throw line where Gilbert's going to go down the right lane line unopposed. She's able to get the finish. She now has 10. 27-24. Holbrook leading, but still an awful lot of time. 10 seconds as they go between the circles. Naz approaches the three-point line. Now going to hoist a three-pointer that's up short. 4 seconds remaining as Gilbert gets the rebound, and that is going to be the way the half ends, with Fort Thomas trailing just 24-27. Big second half coming up. We'll have it for you, including the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report. That's on the approach on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on NightTalk1067.com.
Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Aliberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Aliberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in Sholo, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Aliberto's, real, fresh Mexican food.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free
Just call
dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Aliberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Aliberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in Shola, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Aliberto's. Real, fresh Mexican food. Hungry.
This is the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport Report for halftime here, where Holbrook leads Fort Thomas 27-24. It was a 10-point lead, but the Apaches were able to go on a 10-3 run toward the end of the second quarter to make it just a 3-point game, and really trying to feed the big and inside. Alina Gilbert winds up with 6 points in the second quarter, as she was proving to be a force that Holbrook did not have an answer for, which is similar to what Abigail Nez has been for the Roadrunners, as she has 10 points, having knocked down, no, I beg your pardon, she has 11 points, having knocked down 3 3-pointers. Outside of Shantine Ben, especially able to exploit putbacks, not been an awful lot of help for Nez on the offensive side, but fortunately Holbrook's team defense has been awesome, as the Roadrunners have continued to force an awful lot of turnovers. You can understand the importance of those when you see Gilbert, which has been able to really go off, as she's had all sorts of opportunity when those turnovers are not being forced. So it's really going to be a question now of whether or not somebody can really rise up for the Roadrunners and help Nez do some of the scoring, or could somebody, in addition to Ben, find a way to do some great work on the offensive glass. Meanwhile, on the other side of it, can Gilbert continue to operate in space on the interior, and can Fort Thomas take care of the basketball? Those will be the biggest keys going into the second half, which will begin shortly here as Fort Thomas trails Holbrook 27-24. We'll begin the third quarter right after this. Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free
Just call dinner. 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. from Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Hi.
Leading scorers here for the Holbrook Roadrunners is going to be 11 points had by Abigail Nez. Shondine Ben had 6. Taylor Spencer wind up with 5. Elena Yazzie hit 1 3-pointer, and Nicole Gombos had 2. As the leading scorer for the Fort Thomas Apaches was Big Alina Gilbert, as she wound up with 10 points, the only player in double figures on that side of the ledger. 5 points had by Chase Stanley. She knocked down a 3-pointer. 4 points from Haley Hilton. 3 points from Kaylee Preston. And Jasmine Olivar had 2, but don't really quantify her impact on points scored, as she's operating as the point guard and doing an awful lot. With that, as that rounds up the Honda Outdoor Sports halftime report, getting ready to start the third quarter, so that means we got to remind you that when it's time to tip off your college education, head on over. This is nearly taken away, and eventually is by Spencer. Go to Northland Pioneer College, pay the lowest tuition in the state, as Yazzie wants to start with a 3-pointer, though can't get that one down, so the turnover doesn't harm Fort Thomas. Gilbert now getting this one in transition. Can't hold on to the pass, though, so 2 turnovers to start the third quarter here for the Apaches. Winner of this one is going to go to the championship game, and at this point looks as if it's going to be matched up against Show Low, I believe. But we'll have that for you, both as far as the knowledge goes and the game, which will happen at 4:30. Reversal as it's come back to the top of the key, and Spencer Holbrook very patiently working along the perimeter. Fort Thomas packed into his zone. Nobody outside the 3-point line is now rushing out defending Nez. That's the one player you definitely got to make sure you're keeping an eye on. She was red hot in the first half. Skip a pass to her on the angle right side, held up on a screen. The 3 is on the way. It's down. A Comfort Fit Denture 3-pointer. As she now has 14, and the lead is doubled 30-24. Holbrook leading Fort Thomas. Is this now between the rings, up and down, coming toward the left side. Olivar goes into a double team, try to kick it back out to Rope. Save this one back out to Olivar as she goes on the run to the right side, has her pass deflected, back to the right block where it's off the glass and scored by Gilbert. Continuing to try to take advantage of the big inside, makes it a 4-point game. Flirting with 3 consecutive turnovers there was Fort Thomas, but getting away with it, and now is going to set it up with Spencer eating some clock near the midcourt stripe. Coming back and forth with Yazzie. Of course, Holbrook playing without Billy as they're going side to side again. Spencer wants to fire a pass into the interior. Instead, it's back over to Yazzie, who's going to use a right hand to start moving to the left. Nez now on the right angle. Pushes this one back between the circles. Spencer. Reverse it back to Nez, who's quickly picked up, trying to go inside to foot racer, but having a hard time spinning around the block. Her pass back to the outside is deflected, stolen away. Credit Stanley with the steal. She's going to come into the 3-point line. Again, try to get it inside where she's looking to force this one where it's eventually had by Hinton. Put it up, no good, but the put back there is not good. Gilbert with a 3rd opportunity. That's not good, but a foul stops play. Going to go against Yazzie. Was not in the act, so Fort Thomas Going to inbound baseline left. Rope. Image goes back to Hinton. Try to get it back in the left block. Gilbert kick it out. Open three momentarily. Instead, Olivar gets the ball in the air. Can't get the first one to fall. Second one also won't drop. Hinton now going back outside. Gilbert from 15 out is going to get the finish. She now has 14. I believe that was 5 opportunities for Fort Thomas. As the lead has been trimmed to 2, it was a 10-point Holbrook lead in the second quarter. Is now Spencer. Again, patiently trying to make the zone rotate. Going to Yazzie, now Nez on the left wing. Come back to the right side. Yazzie has it right angle, has the ball momentarily deflected away from her. She's able to get it to Nez, and this is going to force Holbrook to take a timeout. 4:54 to go in the third quarter, and Fort Thomas is trailing just 2. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
(30-28). Holbrook with the lead, but having to take a timeout with a little bit too much of a deliberate approach against this zone from Fort Thomas. As now it's being extended out to the three-point line. Nearly deflected out of bounds, but it was not touched. Instead, it's just going to be a pass too tall for Nez. So here come the Apaches. Have not led since midway in the first quarter. Approaching the midway point in the third and have the basketball trailing just 2. Olivar coming to the left side, and Hinton trying to get it back to the right side. Almost stolen away. Instead, out of position, fall the Roadrunners, and that's going to allow Stanley to get freed up for a Comfort Fit Denture three-pointer, and the Apaches have a 31-30 lead. Nez, who has not been able to strike as yet. Yazzie, on the other hand, has. And Fort Thomas continuing to use this zone that is now being extended out 25 feet from the basket. Push it to the corner, and Nez goes back to Spencer. Yazzie on the outside, watching now as Foot Racer and Aberly run through the paint, eventually get it to Aberly near the elbow. She puts it up from 15, it's not good. Rebound's cleared out by Olivar as she gets it, trying to get it to Gilbert, who can't run underneath it, I should say. Winner of this one, it does seem as if it is going to get Sholo. And that one would begin, I believe, at 4:30. But here come the Roadrunners, trailing by 1. Had a 10-point lead in the second quarter, and now patiently again working it around the perimeter. Even though it is just a 1-point game, Holbrook a little bit more frustrated in its offensive approach as Nez a couple of bounces, can't get it inside the arc. Back over to Spencer, and then again to Nez, this time attacking the baseline. Going to scoop this one up underneath, can't get it to finish, and there underneath is Olivar with the rebound. Going to trigger the Fort Thomas attack as the Apaches have the ball in a 1-point lead. Crosses over to come to the left side, gets inside the foul line and puts up a runner that's not good but has her own miss. Trying to clear it out to reset. Instead is going to do so with the dribble. Another opportunity as they continue to really pound the offensive glass, do the Apaches. Difference being that now they're kind of making some stuff out of it as Rope is going to try a three-pointer. That's not good, but another offensive rebound. This one's going to come up out of the hands of Stanley and make it a 3-point game for the Apaches. Spencer trying to beat the zone up the floor, but Fort Thomas gets back. Nez now has it right of the lane. Come to Foot Racer, who bounces his inside to Aberly, but it's poked away. Disrupted on the inside by Hinton. Now Olivar fakes the pass to the right, comes back with the left, and is able to score it in transition, and it is now a 5-point game. 8 straight points scored by the Apaches as they lead 35-30. Nez from the top of the key. Bounces it to the foul line, back out to Yazzie, step to the left, now give it to Nez, going to try a deep three that will not rim in, and it's knocked out of bounds and will stay with Holbrook. Really clean look there from Nez. I think that she might have been just a little bit further from the three-point line than she would have liked. But she was nearly on target. It went around the rim twice and would not drop. And now as she inbounds from the baseline's left side. Inbound, it goes right back to her. Ben's out there. She has been aggressive on the offensive glass in the first quarter. She's outside right now, taking it on the wing. Back over to Spencer. Now Nez has it. Zone was a little bit slow rotating to her, but she did not take advantage as this one's a little bit behind Spencer. Give it to Nez and now hand it off on the far side where it's going to go right back to Spencer. Nez now from the corner, going to try a three. She's got it down. Abigail Nez with her second three in the third quarter. First points from Holbrook in a few minutes. A long time, really. Maybe even all the way inside the 7-minute mark. As there's still a 2-point game here for Fort Thomas. Penetrate, kick it out, and it's reversed back to the outside, eventually to the corner, where three is on the way and very, very short. It was a wide open look, great look for Wilson, but she just could not take advantage. So here comes Holbrook with an opportunity to tie or reclaim a lead. Foot racer from the corner, thought about it, instead going to come back to Nez, this time from the near corner, won't drop. Rebound is momentarily loose though as Gilbert is tied up and it will remain Holbrook basketball with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Nez had one look at that she was able to drill from the far corner, and this one again just would not fall. It was similar to the way that the ball would not drop on the top of the key three that she had taken, as she now forces this one inside the foot racer. Maybe a little contact goes uncalled, but his shot is not good, and the Apaches maintain their 2-point lead with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. Up and down with the dribble, trying to get this one to the corner. Olivar now rips it through with a left hand, pull up from 15. Her shot's an air ball, rebounded by Fort Thomas as they go to the far corner and eventually inside with Stanley, who loses the basketball on the approach. Here comes Spencer trying to beat the zone down, but eventually has to fan out to the right side because the Apaches hustle back on defense. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter, trailing by 2. Holbrook working it again around the perimeter. Spencer, ball fake, trying to drop it inside where foot racer had the momentary advantage, but it was helped and blocked, and now the loose ball is going to wind up in Nez's hands. She can't knock that down. Ben tries to crash the glass and is going to tie up one of the Apaches with 22 seconds left. Yazzie coming back in. That's Rael Yazzie. 3 new Apache players are coming in. I'll tell you who's leaving. It's Hinton Stanley and Olivar. Try to get a little bit more of a break here for him at the end of the third quarter. So operating as the point is going to be Wilson. Some aggressive defense being shown here by Holbrook as she crosses over, nearly trapped, but has her pass deflected, and it will be stolen away, but taken right back by McCabe as she's trying to go inside. Going to say that it's a blocking foul, will not allow the shot to count, but boy, that was a bang-bang call. And I think that's the right call, as it will be the second foul on Spencer. Now 10 seconds left as the ball's inbounded to the right side. Back up top where it's had by McCabe as she fires one off the glass. It's not good. Rebound's tipped, and now they're going to say that going over the back was Gilbert. 4.6 seconds left as Gilbert commits her first personal. As Spencer trying to go along the far sideline. Now just 2 seconds left. It doesn't look as if they're going to get a shot up, and they won't. Fort Thomas takes a lead and will go into the final quarter trying to advance to the championship game, leading 35-33. Final period coming up after this. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
35-33, Fort Thomas with the lead going into the fourth quarter. Had a 10-point deficit in the second quarter, but eventually was using the play from Alina Gilbert to eventually take things over and take what was at one point a 5-point lead, so a 15-point swing. The Roadrunners are going to begin with the basketball, playing without one of the starters, as this is a Northland Pioneer College tip-off when it's time to tip off your college education. Do it at Northland Pioneer College and pay the lowest tuition in the state. As again, trying to make this zone from Fort Thomas rotate. Eventually, a skip pass allows for Nez to go on the dribble drive, but free up Spencer, who shoots an air ball. (35-33) after the air ball. As here come the Apaches with 7 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the ball game. Step to the left, try to get some rhythm, shoot up a three-pointer that's off the glass. It's not good. Rebound, though, had on the offensive side by Fort Thomas. It's head by Hinton as she fed Gilbert, who was fouled. And we'll go back to the free throw line for some Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul shots, where she has been able to convert today. She already has 14 points, but can't get that one to fall. One more opportunity is on the approach, as that one also won't drop. So it remains a 2-point game, 35-33. Spencer feinted left and attacked to the right along the near sideline, goes to the far side where a three-pointer is up and in. Guerrero knocks down a three ball. Her first shot that goes down here. It gives the Roadrunners a 1-point lead. Is now trying to get a runner to come up and in. Will not drop, but a second chance is off the top of the backboard and also will fall. So many second chances for Fort Thomas, just have not been able to get them to go down. As here are the Roadrunners after that most recent Comfort Fit Denture three. Guerrero, big jab step. Instead, she's going to try to drop it off on the inside, but it's stolen away. Taken by Stanley. Here come the Apaches, stopping on the left wing, thinking about a three, and now going to lift that one up over Spencer. It's not good, but the rebound was tipped by one of the Fort Thomas players, trying to get it to the inside of Gilbert, but it was just too hot off her hand. So Holbrook with the lead. Winner this one seems as if it's going to get Sholo in the championship game. Spencer walking it over the time stripe. Eventually coming to the near side where Aberly goes to the corner, and Nez, she has been the hot hand with 17 points to lead Holbrook. And all but one of her makes coming from downtown. Most recently, though, it was Guerrero who had struck. And she comes to Nez after she flashes out of the paint. Right back on the right side to Spencer. Less than 6 minutes to go here, 36-35, Holbrook with the lead. There's a ball fake toward Aberly, instead skip it to the far side. Guerrero wants another one. This time, though, it's nearly an air ball and out of bounds. Instead controlled by Olivar. Here she comes up the center of the floor, starts right now, attacking to the left, gets by Spencer, has the finish. No, they're going to say it's on the floor. I think that's the right call. That continuation would have been NBA caliber. As Guerrero, which she'd given her team the lead, but now she's being removed and replaced by Foot Racer. Fourth team foul on Holbrook, as it's going to be inbounded right back to Olivar. This time she frees herself up from 15, puts it up the front rim. It's not good. Aberly's able to control the rebound for the Roadrunners. Maintaining a 1-point edge coming into the front court right side. Spencer, high dribble as she comes toward Nez, who's quickly picked up on the outside. Back to the center circle, and Spencer, reverse it, Foot Racer, and now coming back to the near side with, beg your pardon, Gombos. Nez, nope, that's Aberly, who goes to Foot Racer, who's in the paint, trying to kick that back outside. It's nearly out of bounds, but eventually on the sideline. Saw her heel on the sideline, so great there by the officials to make the right call. As our next ball game is going to be Safford and St. John's, but in the meantime, a timeout is called. 5 minutes and 3 seconds left in the game. 36-35. Holbrook leading Fort Thomas on Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on NightTalk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Fort Thomas coming up, trailing 36-35, was most recently able to force a turnover. Now getting out of a double team and trap is Olivar. It's going to leave Rope wide open in front of the Fort Thomas bench. Her three-pointer rims out. Rebounds fought for and claimed by Aberly. 4:40 to go. The Roadrunners looking to expand a one-point lead after they had fallen down by 5. But a three-pointer from Nez and then a three-pointer from Guerrero were able to get the lead back, while the defensive put the clamps on the Apaches. Coming around Spencer. Nez going to go to the corner where Aberly puts a three-pointer up in the corner. She's got it down. A Comfort Fit Denture three-pointer makes it a 4-point game. As here come the Apaches now needing to respond. Put up a jump shot that's off the back rim. Another offensive rebound, but can't get that one to drop as well as all sorts of players go down. Everybody with their concerns going toward Nez. You can see that leaves Aberly wide open in the corner as she buries her first shot, and it comes at a huge moment with about 4 minutes remaining. As right now the Roadrunners lead 39-35. Nez approaches the wing, goes again to the corner. Aberly's going to try another one. This one rims out. Clearing the rebound for Fort Thomas is Stanley. Here come the Apaches. Again, needed some points. 3:35 to go. Olivar cut off and now being defended on the outside by Aberly. Crosses over on her, get inside. As she goes inside, goes down hard. 2 players go down. Nobody's there except for Nez as she leads the break in the other direction. But nice job there by Rope to get back and force this one to prevent an easy transition deuce. Nearly a turnover, but Aberly's able to get it before it goes out of bounds. All that credit goes to LJ Rope. And she was one of the 3 Fort Thomas players who was able to remain on their feet and the only one who hustled back defensively. So now there's 3 minutes remaining and Holbrook with the 4. So everybody for Holbrook is going back on the defensive end. I thought maybe that they had called an intentional foul or something. As Foot Racer's first Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw is good. Next one is on the way. Short, but nearly Foot Racer does, in fact, get her own rebound. 3 players go back for a huddle with the Fort Thomas bench, and because of that, Foot Racer is able to get the rebound as she now steps underneath. Can't get the finish, but she is again dropped and fouled. That one whistled against Olivar. So it'll frustrate any coach when his team gives up a rebound on a free throw, but even more so when the only player from the other team is the free throw shooter. Tago's coming out, McCabe back in for the Apaches. 41-35 with another free throw coming here from Holbrook. As Foot Racer puts that one off the front rim, and this time there are 4 Apache players ready to try to pursue. 2 minutes and 33 seconds, 41-35, Fort Thomas trails. As Olivar forced to pick up the dribble, skip this to McCabe on the left. Crossover to get to the free throw line. She goes at the rim, can't get the finish, trying to get her own miss back in play. Eventually going to be grabbed by Foot Racer, but stolen away and put up the glass too firmly. McCabe trying to go up, can't get it to finish. So many offensive rebounds had by Fort Thomas, just not been able to make any of them drop. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, as now a foul is going to be called as Nez is grabbed. That'll just be the 4th team foul though. Side out, Nez, with McCabe jumping in front of her. Eventually goes back to Spencer. Getting held up by rope, and eventually a foul is called. (41-35). That's the 5th team foul. If Fort Thomas is trying to extend the ball game with some fouls, they might need to do it a little bit more quickly. Looking at Spencer as she curls around and makes a hard cut back toward the center circle. Has this one at the midcourt line. Sounds like the Apache fans are expecting fouls to be committed, but they have not thus far been done as they're trying to get a steal, trailing by 2 with 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Right now, Holbrook just trying to play keep away as Spencer eventually is bumped, but again, about 10 seconds come off the clock. Not sure if that's necessarily the strategy at this point. As there's the 6th team foul. Oh, and now one of the Apaches is bleeding, as Olivar is going to have to come out. She looks like she's bleeding from the upper lip. That Summit Healthcare injury report, pretty easy to identify, as it looked like she was getting ready for a Halloween party. No, Holbrook is going to, apparently some blood has come onto the floor, so the players have vacated the surface so they can wipe that down. So Olivar really got it, as she is right now holding a towel to her mouth on the bench, and she can't come back in until the bleeding is stopped. So it would be fair to assume that she may not be able to come back in. Meanwhile, they're trying to get all the blood as she had jogged off from about the baseline and kind of angled to her left toward the bench, and blood had kind of trickled all over the painted area there underneath the Holbrook basket. Looks as if it's been cleaned well enough. So Fort Thomas now going to have to continue to defend without its point guard. Oh wow, she's already back out there. She is already back out there. What a trooper. Wow. So she got whacked in the lip, and credit the Round Valley training staff to be able to patch her up well enough to get this one ready for her not to miss 1 minute of play, because it took so long to wipe up her blood off of the floor. So Spencer now hesitates. She's trying to turn the corner, but again, with the 6-point lead, Holbrook can take all the time that it wants. They've been committing all those fouls. It seems as if they wanted to extend the ball game, as Nez is well away from the 3-point line. Has this one poked away from her now to bounds, and it was Olivar, she who had recently, with the bloody lip, is diving to try to poke that away from behind. Back off the bench is Hinton, as Nez inbounds. All alone underneath the basket is Foot Racer. She's got the catch and finish. And that might do it. 43-25 makes it an 8-point game with 1 minute and 8 seconds. As the winner of this one is poised to take on Sholo. As Olivar is going to try a 3-pointer as an answer, but it's not going to be close. So Safford and St. John's will be playing on this court next, and that's a girls' game, and we'll have it for you. As Holbrook, again, just trying to weave around, and eventually McCabe comes in, drops the hammer. And Spencer is going to go to the free throw line for a couple of Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul shots. As this game and the separation is going to be had by Abigail Nez. And at the risk of being premature, just name her as the Alberto's Hungry Player of the Game. She finishes with 5 3-pointers and 17 points. As there, a three-pointer is dropped in from Olivar, so perhaps I was a little bit hasty as the timeout is quickly taken by Fort Thomas, but it's trailing by 10 with 31.8 seconds to go. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
43-38. Oh, I beg your pardon. It's not a 10-point game. I glanced up and I saw something that looked like a 48, and it turned out it was a 43. For those of you who've been watching all these games, you know that we here at italk1067.com have been putting on quite a show, which has gone for some sort of marathon length that would make Jerry Lewis blush. But here we are, and occasionally mistakes are made, and I apologize for that. So it's just a 5-point game. And Fort Thomas trying to force a turnover. Now, that has not been the MO of this Apache team. They've actually been far more adept at getting offensive rebounds, but in order to give themselves a chance to do that, they got to get a stop. Eventually, Spencer is fouled. 23.6 seconds left. She's going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. A couple of Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throws being attempted as the first one is up and good. Second one is on the way from Spencer. And that one rattles out, so it's a 6-point game, 20 seconds left. Hurrying toward the three-point line, Olivar spins toward traffic and is allowed to go all the way to the rim. Quick timeout now as it's a 4-point game with 14.6 seconds left. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
14.6 seconds left. Holbrook is trying to get the ball inbounded. If it's successfully able to do so, that seems as if that would put it in the deep freeze. And we can just stick with Abigail Nez as the Alberto's Hungry Player of the game. As it stands right now, though, they got to get the ball inbounded. Fort Thomas and Holbrook have everybody in the back court. As now a pass is deflected and will be stolen away. Gilbert trying to get toward the rim where she can't finish, but she is fouled with 11 seconds left. As I couldn't see who had initially defended that one, but the loose ball fortuitously went right to Gilbert, who's now going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. This first Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw is up and short. Second free throw is good, so it's a one-possession ball game, and Holbrook takes the timeout. We'll take it with them. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home. At Summit Healthcare.
11 seconds, and just mentioned that if Holbrook is able to inbound the basketball, that would probably it. But Holbrook could not inbound the basketball, and it is in fact still not yet it. As it's a one-possession ball game. Interestingly, Fort Thomas has gone away from the three-point shot and has scored the last 3 points by getting the ball to the rim. But now they trail 44-41 and may not have time enough to do so. If they get the steal, the Apaches are probably going to have to shoot up a three-pointer, as it's had by Spencer, who is immediately wrapped up and fouled. And it is again Olivar, who had recently had a bloody face, that is willing to, again, put herself in harm's way to try to get the stop. And now a 1-and-1 opportunity for Spencer. So once again, a situation where it seems as if Spencer is able to make one, it's going to be the end of it, and she does. One more on the way. Spencer, who has just put this one seemingly out of reach, connects on the second Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw, makes it a 5-point game. 6 seconds left as trying to get this one in. Can't get a shot up. 1 second remaining. Spinning, shooting. It's not going to be good, and Holbrook is probably advancing to play Sholo in the championship game. That'll take place at 4:30. We'll have St. John's and Safford for you right after this. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Little Bluebird Studios, Comfort Fit Dentures, Alberto's, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.